Alright, we're live.
And bam.
Alrighty, and welcome back to another episode of NOVAtazz Garage Talk with Friends. NOVAtazz's Garage Talk with Friends, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Except for my... Except for that my chat doesn't seem to be updating with the correct chat.
TikTok, TikTok.
Yeah, I saw that, but that didn't show up on... Well, it did, but this one didn't. Oh, let me try that again. Refresh chat. Yeah, my chat over here is not giving me the correct like my big chat over here on the side of the computer is not showing up correct, but the chat that is showing up in the live stream is correct. Like on the chat that's on the screen is correct, which is like right down here. But my chat that I get to see to read is not correct.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Live chat, all visibles. Refresh.
Just one of those days when everything want to be conglomerated in the way that it shouldn't be.
Well, yeah, because it just sucks because, I mean, I can see the correct chat over here, but the chat that's showing up on my main screen is wrong. And I don't know why. I don't know if I would have to restart the OBS to do that, which I'm not going to, so it can just stay wrong over here, and I'll just ignore it. Goodbye. And we'll just deal with what we have over here. For right now, we have Chris the Trucker here, Firebird Nation's Car Club, and myself. We do have others that pop in. I will pop them in over here. Well, you can't see my mouse moving. I will pop them in over on the left-hand side of the screen, so that way you can see their information and stuff. Sorry, hiding a microphone. But I guess I'll just have to use the pop-up chat over here. Pop this out here so I can see it. And we'll shrink this now. Actually, no, I don't want to shrink it. I just want to move it. We'll just shrink that a little bit. There we go.
Sometimes even the most simplest of operations can be the most difficult to
Well,
pull off.
and the thing is YouTube obviously made it really difficult. You know, with what they're doing. So, I do have a few new things going on. I do not know if it is going to show up in here, because if it's not displaying the correct chat, it may not work. But I did set up CharlesBot. Or not CharlesBot. CharlesBot's not Streamlabs. It would be CloudBot. To put in I have like timed messages that a lot of YouTubers have. We'll see if I can get them to work. Let's see. I mean, they should automatically start working, but I don't have any. I haven't done it yet, so I mean that is something new that I started. I have figured out a little bit more with some of the other fun stuff that we can do in chat. Let me welcome some of the people that I see in here. I see Pilot as a comeback contender. Straight Six Fan is still at the top of the Stream Boss. If you look directly below me, you can see the Stream Boss. He has not been kicked off as of from last week. And because nobody kicked him off, I didn't give away a t-shirt. So There are updates I have to the loyalty bucks. If you guys want to check out your loyalty bucks, you can type in exclamation point and then type in points right afterwards, and it'll display how many basically live stream points you have. That is still the same as last week. There is still the heist and the raffle and all of that stuff is still in here. I did not get a chance to make up a command list. Um, I can give everybody in here that's in the live stream right now. I can give you guys 200 extra loyalty points, just for waiting. So if you check your points, you should all right now have extra 200 points. So anybody that's in the live stream right now, which I do believe is Pete from Camaro Time, who just had a new video up. I do believe it was a McGuire's video. And Pilot, Mrs. Formula, who's killing it on the points anyway. And that appears to be it. I don't know if there's anybody else watching that I'm not seeing. Right now, I'm actually trying to find.
Yeah, Pilot.
Yeah, Pilot. I call him. What did I call Pilot? Didn't I?
Yeah.
Where am I
Yeah, I
looking
think
at?
you did.
Timers.
You got 3 in there.
Yeah, trying to figure out how do I start the timers.
Now, when you do your points thing, you're able to add to everybody at the same time.
Anybody that's in, I can add it to whoever's in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if let me see here. I could probably bring it up. I forget the command. That might be the right command. I don't know if that worked. Did it show up?
I haven't seen it yet if it does.
Is that still figuring this out?
And he's got a whopping 200 for Camaro Time. He can always go to the casino and increase that maybe.
Well, yeah, you can do what do they call that? You can type in exclamation point slots and then the amount you want to bet, and you could potentially make it bigger. You can do a heist. Heist will also has the ability to earn you extra points, or you can do a duel. I don't think we got the duel to work before though. And I don't know. I'm not seeing. I don't know. I'm not seeing anyone that is. Let's see, commands, default, add a command, forget how to activate the timers. It's media shared, loyalty, okay. Yeah, it should have been, I should have been able to type in this. Where's it? Exclamation point top. No, it should have been top. And I didn't see it. I didn't see it pop up. Like I said, I don't know if CloudBot is working right now. Did anybody else try using CloudBot today? So I mean, we do have a topic today, Chris. This is by request of Mrs. NOVAtazz.
Okay.
You wanna refresh me exactly what the topic was? Something about truck drivers. It was something about rude truck drivers.
They're everywhere.
No, there
Sad.
is no, there is no extra points for texting and drinking. Though I'm not getting Cloudblock to work today. I don't know why. Don't forget to add community settings. I do believe that's already done.
Yeah, Nikolai jumped in for a moment.
Yeah, I saw.
I just wonder how many blisters he has on his feet.
Oh my God. Yes, Nikolai, who just jumped in the chat, he did 15 floors 3 times, which is 110 steps each way. I do believe. But yeah, I don't know why. Manage moderators. Yeah, Streamlabs is in there. Control C. And if I go over here, this might this might affect the stream a little bit. Let me know if it does.
Yeah, let our super moderator Miss Formula bounce all over that. I'm sticking the wheel on the mouse connection over here with mine, trying to. I can see the chat, but I can't see the actual live stream. I'm just picking up the chat text.
Yeah. Video analytics. Comments.
660 steps and 40 stories. To hell with all that.
I know, right?
Now the next key question to him is, was this in full turnout gear and carrying a hose load, or just walking average street clothes?
That is a big difference.
Major. I always hated hose drills. Of course, when they did it to us back in the day, we didn't grab the 1.5 or 1 3/4. They were just mean to us. We grabbed the length of 2.5-inch hose.
Yeah,
It's like,
Streamlabs is in
God.
here. So Streamlabs should be moderating my stream. I don't know what's going on. Oops, that's the wrong one. Maybe it has to do with the reason why my Streamlabs wasn't coming up right on here. Because remember, the chat's not working correctly over on here. And I don't think I can reset it.
That's heavy. Now, did they take you through a breathing class with them yet, Nikolai, where you hit the 10-minute warning bell on your pack and then you breathe it down as far as you can and teach you the technique? 45-minute bottles, that's even better yet.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, for carrying the stream here for a minute. I'm trying to figure out this chat settings thing here going on. Are you there? Oh no! Tell me we lost Chris. I think we lost Chris, guys. Who breathes too much? Oh, okay. Nikolai breathes too much. Yeah, I think we lost Chris, guys. Hopefully he'll be back here in a second. His internet connection might have just conked out. Oh, there he is. You
You made me sit there and
we lost you for a second
breathe
there.
it back down. Yeah, I said the service is going to be bouncy here for a little bit out through here. But from a 10-minute bell, I was able to get 28 minutes out of the bottle that was left, which basically was a breathing technique that they taught us to maximize the life of the bottle if you ever got trapped inside and you were waiting to get rescued or pulled out.
Right. Hmm. He said, "Don't mind me here. I'm just trying to."
You said you said them boys were pinned like the horses after a run of the Kentucky Derby.
Why does this work? That is really confusing. I still can't figure out why the chat over here in the left column of my screen is not working the same as the chat that's in the live stream, which is why I think my chat box not working. Which sucks because I really had a cool thing to test out today. It's just not working.
And Camaro Time said, give Al Gore a call and tell him to fix this shit. After all, he had a hand in inventing the internet.
I don't have hotkeys for anything. Don't do stream delay. It may mean that I may have to I may have had to restart my Streamlabs for that to work. I don't want to do that because I don't want to fuck up anything that we got going on.
That would never happen now. Come on.
No, I mean the stream itself is doing just fine. I just can't figure out why the chat isn't working correctly. I mean, yeah, it's kind of bothering me just a little bit. It's
Yeah.
annoying.
For your for your testing and that you've done, just to be able to do this, I mean, it's remarkable in a short amount of time. When you're like, okay, hey, everybody, on this day we're shutting this down, and you're on SOL, unless you figure out another way to do it.
Right? I think I
So
pulled
the
it.
fact that,
I think I pulled it out of my butt
yeah,
pretty good.
I'll guarantee it. That was a magic rabbit. He come out black and white. Probably has some tan spots on him too, but we won't discuss those. Nikolai said he's pulling to download Skype. He'll be back.
Yeah, but he had Skype downloaded. What did he do? Lose it again?
Now is he? I'm trying to think. Has he made one of the live streams
Yeah.
since he went up for this side?
Yeah, he has. That's why I don't
Okay.
understand.
It was Jonathan that didn't make it.
No, Jonathan made it.
Did he make one too?
I've had
actual
Jonathan
show?
in here. I've had Nikolai in here. I've had Biggie, and I've had you. I haven't had any of the other guys in here yet.
I keep telling Miss Formula she should come up some night, but she's camera shy.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
I got about the same response as I did with her sense of humor about notifying her on Thursday that I bought a couple cars maybe, and then affirming that on Friday that, hey, honey, I need a space in the driveway. I said, we just got 4 more Trans Ams. They're going to be delivered Saturday. Good evening, Grant.
Hey, Grant. Glad you can make it. All right. Well, we'll wait for your return. I am still hunting this issue.
Okay, you may need. Excuse me. You may need to do a reboot. Miss Formula just informed me that even though the live stream's up, there's no sound coming from us.
Are you kidding me?
That's what she just said.
I don't think that's
Nobody else has said anything that I've noticed.
right. Who's it not coming from then? Active speakers. Everything looks like it's going good.
Now, does anybody other than Miss Formula not have any sound?
Oh, hey look, my Streamlabs thingy's working again. The pilot says it's
Apparently, I'm
working.
frozen.
I think yeah, you're frozen. I don't know why. Hold on.
Hey, Camaro Time said he has sound, but the video feed is froze.
Well, your video feed is frozen. My video feed may look like I'm frozen
Yeah,
because I'm not moving. Let me check this
yeah,
here.
it might be where my service bounced in and out back there for a little bit.
Well, no, because you're moving on my other screen, which means it's not that. Let me just
Bill 56 Bel Air just popped in, said hello to you.
Okay, done. That should be working there. Yeah, I just had to reboot the feed. It's a good thing that I don't get frustrated when this stuff happens.
That would be a new guy that I've not seen in here before.
Oh, who is it? Bill
56 Bel Air.
Hey, welcome aboard, Bill. I do believe you are new to my stream. I don't think I've seen you in here before. All right, let me re-upload your other one here. Alrighty. There we go. And that should all be fixed, I think, now. Let me know if it is. Though I'm not hearing any sound. Chris, I'm not hearing any sound from you. Oh, there you go.
Alright.
I got you now.
Right back.
Alright. Okay, so I think I have pretty much everything figured out as far as the cloud bot. I saw that working.
Okay.
That's still not working. But
Miss Formula was working on stuff in email earlier, and whenever she opened everything, her speakers were muted on her computer. That's why she wasn't hearing anything.
I did see that my cloud. I did see that my
nobody
cloud
else
bot.
said anything.
All right, I did see that my cloud bot started working.
Had said anything about the updates.
All right. If you notice, Streamlabs is importing messages into the chat. Let me see if the points thingy is now going to start working. See if that's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It may have been a minute that it needed to wait for the stream to start. Yep, there it goes. It's working. So there is total.
Right, time. Have a good night. He's cutting out already.
Who is?
Camaro Time.
All right. See you later, Pete. Alrighty. Let's see. Did Bill say that whether or not it's his first time or not? Oh, okay.
Not that I've seen yet.
Do you know what? No, I remember who Bill is. Bill, I have Bill as a subscriber. He does have a '56 Bel Air that he was working on. I haven't seen him post an update on it in a long while though. But yeah, this is basically just a informal chat um, regarding topics of different channels that I have up on here and whatnot. Um, Bill's already a subscriber, otherwise I would tell him to hit the subscribe button because he said he gets my notifications. Though we do not have anyone to kick Straight Six Fan off of his podium this stream lab. Well, this live stream. I'm all topsy turvied. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm not looking at the camera, I know you guys are over here, but like all of the information, the chat, everything else that I need is over here. So it's why I tend to look over here instead of looking at the camera. If I were to put the camera over here in front of me, it shows too much of the rest of the house. That's why I have you pointed over here, so that way I'm not showing off the whole rest of my house. Chris gets to see my house though, but that's because he has a different camera. They see me, Chris. You see me head on, whereas they all see me from like the side of my face.
Yeah. Yeah, that threw me a couple times whenever Elliot comes on because he has a different camera for us here
Uh
off his computer. Children in our chat here not do this when Elliot's on. I mean, you get like half of his face, so from doing it in Hangouts where you can see everything, and
Yeah, you're definitely losing signal because you're you got really small on the stream.
okay, now what's wrong with my stuff? Because I can't see him properly. Everything's working right, but yeah, it was off. It looks like Big E's coming in. Now somebody asked about the beverage of choice earlier, and I missed who it was.
We'll get to that in a second. I kind of wanted to wait till we get some more people in here.
Hey, I'm more people.
Hey, Big E. Hold on. Let me add you to the thing. You are obviously not live. You are not up right now because I didn't have you as being here. So, boop. There you are.
Evening,
Hey, Chris.
There we go. Big Bird is now up there. My girlfriend calls Big E Big Bird, so that's his nickname. Hopefully you show up on the... Though I don't know if that's working. Biggie, I don't know if you're... let me see who's the active speaker. Because I don't see... Oh, no,
yeah,
it is switching. It's switching. Alright. Wanted to make sure. Alright, so we got that. So we have 5 people in the live stream right now. And I know one of them's not me because I'm not viewing the live stream right now. What'd you say? Chris is here. So if you want... yeah, I was trying to ask you that earlier.
Truck drivers.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. We got a little bit. We do have a topic for today, as the guy was saying.
Before you get too far ahead,
Truck drivers.
Nikolai's in the chat. He says he wants you to add him.
Yeah, I know. You guys can add him too, I think.
I don't know any of his details. I know his name.
He should be already on there. Should just be able to recall it. I'm trying to recall it right now. Hold on.
Well, then he should just be able to call.
Yeah, he should just be able to join, unless he had to change his name.
Not Tot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Nikolai should already be in. Shouldn't have to call him again. He should be able to just join the call because it's the same conversation as last time. We literally stay. That's the other cool thing about this over the Google Hangouts. I don't have to start a new conversation every single time. I can just recall the same conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nikolai, if you're hearing this, the call is going out to you right now. You got to let me know when you join so I can add your thingy.
URL?
No, well,
address or whatever the hell it is?
No. I just need to add his little window because right now I have it hidden.
His window?
The little sidebar thing. Alrighty, alright. That's why I didn't recognize it, Bill, because you did change your name. Well, you're the third Grant, because both you and Pilot donated, and when you donate, you get an extra boost. It says Nikolai is unavailable.
Oh.
Nikolai, you're gonna have to send me a friend request or something because I don't have. It's not. I just tried calling you. It said you were unavailable.
Chivas. There.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, then there you go. Streamlabs just did the thingy again. If you notice
The
that.
thingy.
Yeah, if you look down in the chat, it gives
Yeah.
little automated messages. Like this one says to check out my Instagram.
Check out my stuff, guys.
Yeah, exactly, man. It keeps me from having to constantly say it.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna start adding some different things. One of the things I want to know: do I have any like quotes or things that I say all the time in my videos that people notice? Because that's I can do stuff with that too. Um, Nikolai, I just rang you a second ago. As long as you have the same information as you had before, I will ring you again. But it's saying you're not available right now. If you are available, you need to send me. Hold on. Let me just try to. I'm just gonna add it through Facebook if I can.
Come on, phone, you had it.
But you see, now it's not supposed to be doing that. It's not supposed to be spamming. Um,
Spam.
yeah, it's supposed to. It's supposed to like alternate. It's supposed to like send one every like so many minutes. I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes. But it's just posting all four. It's posting like all four like right away.
It's going all Clint Eastwood on you.
I know. It's just sending it, man.
Where is that? Oh, come on.
We will talk
Hates
about cars
camera.
here
There we
in a
go.
second. Here, just trying to get myself situated. It's only taking me a half hour to do that.
Yeah, for real.
Well, we had the fiasco with the chat here in the beginning, and the bot thing wasn't working.
Give the cat a ride over your head, right?
You.
There we go. Alright, that should work for him. I sent it right in the live stream. I mean, right in the live stream chat. That's the best I can do. Though if he comes up as a different thing, I'm going to have to change his thing, and I'm going to have to do all of that sort of stuff. This is not as easy as it was when it was on Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts, I had to do absolutely nothing. Literally just started the call, and it didn't matter who popped in, who popped out, and everything else. I mean, this looks sweeter. It looks really nice, but it's definitely a lot more work, and actually it cost me more. Like I just got the bill for doing all of the little borders and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was expensive, and I thought they were just going to charge me per month, which wouldn't be too bad. But no, they hit me with the whole year subscription at once.
God damn.
Ouch.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. I wasn't expecting that. So I mean, there's that. Not to mention, Nikolai, turn your camera around.
Hey, no.
You might want to use a mic
Now
because
that was from
yours.
Streamlabs itself.
Huh?
That was from Streamlabs itself.
The program's
okay.
through Streamlabs, yes. By the way,
Okay.
oops, I don't want to move that. The background's going for a ride here for a second. That needs to be locked. Background needs to be locked. That needs to be locked. Nikolai.
Where is my laser pointer? I don't know. I didn't
You
mean to
playing,
do
with, you
that.
playing with the cat?
Yeah.
Let's lock all those so I don't have to worry about accidentally clicking them. That can stay
Oh,
locked.
I'm sorry.
Viewer count can stay locked. That's actually, you know what? That's pretty cool. The viewer count's actually working today.
God damn it, this cat's too much.
Alright. Boop. No, of course not. You came in as somebody different today. Nikolai, you're not using your same screen name you were using last time, are you?
Boop.
Yes, sir, Bill. You're welcome. Pilot's getting excited. We're not talking about cars yet.
Yeah, I know. I noticed
He
that.
must have
Oh, I don't have any source.
news about the vet. This ought to be interesting.
Yes, I do. Please do give us an update.
Mm-hmm.
That poor car.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
add a source. Oh, I should do this way so that it doesn't. Huh?
I'll be right back.
I'm trying to get the stream up. See.
Oh, what, on the computer?
Yeah, he's gotta be careful talking about the vet. Pretty soon it's gonna get a complex like a bunch of girls in a, teenage high school drama class.
Is that gonna work? Nope.
I've left on my computer. That's what I was.
Yeah, he's right. And not so much. Google's the one to shut down Hangouts, right?
Yeah, and Google owns YouTube as well, so it's not really like.
Yeah, my computer is having none of this.
Good evening, Debbie. She's probably whipped from work and headed to bed early, being she gets up so soon.
Debbie wasn't here. I didn't even notice. Sorry, I'm trying to edit Nikolai into his spot because he's using a different name today.
Yeah, what the hell? Live CID.27BF.
Yeah, well, throw me for a loop because his little box is set up to take his.
The thing that's his name.
Right.
I got.
So now I had to literally set up the whole.
What? Set his box up all over again.
You're back.
Yeah.
Again.
Holy crap.
Alrighty. I think I got him ready, so I can actually. Boop. There he is. Yes, I mean it's like I can do stuff behind the scenes and then pop it over, but yeah, it takes me a good bit to figure stuff out and to get it web. All right, so anyway, so we have Pilot is supposed to be giving us an update on his car. Did he do that already?
Now, he hasn't said nothing on it yet that I noticed.
I'm still fighting.
He needs to tell us in here so we can talk about it. But today's topic is rude. Well, I'm going to open this up to both rude truck drivers and rude drivers, regular passenger car drivers.
You could probably sum it simply as rude motorists.
Well, Jess has very specific examples. She was actually approaching a merge point up on 81, I do believe. She was heading like 81 south and doing a bunch of construction between. Was that between Wilkesboro and Hazleton, or between Hazleton and Tamaqua? Between Hazleton and Tamaqua. So that's like 4 exits.
Okay.
Anyway, so she was approaching one of the merge points where they were cutting it down because they were paving the road, and she was coming up. Were you in the left or right hand lane?
I was coming up the left hand. Everybody was in the right.
Okay, so everybody was in the right hand lane, way back. Okay, I mean we're not talking about like 1,000 feet, and then there's the merge. We're talking like a while. So she's cruising up the lane because it's open, and why not? Same thing I would do. If the line is ridiculously long in one lane, I'm going to go up the other lane and then, whatever, because who's going to sit there and wait in line for whatever. But she gets up to the merge point, and truck driver literally swerves out of his lane
What?
to stop her from being able to go further up the left-hand lane. Tractor trailer.
Hang on, what I missed?
Jess was actually coming home with our kid from daycare from Hazleton.
Mm-hmm.
And so she had the kid in the car, and she's going, there's a merge point, and you were what, maybe like a mile away from the merge point?
What, when they did that?
Yeah. No, when you started going down the left-hand lane.
Oh, I was probably like mile and a half, 2 miles.
All right, so a mile and a half, 2 miles back from the actual merge point. It was all single lane, right side lane. So, Nikolai, if that's your chat I'm hearing through the mic, you need to mute that, otherwise it's going to start.
No, you ain't gonna hear nothing. I had to turn my computer off, or I'm not gonna get good connection.
Okay. Anyway, so she goes into the left-hand lane because who's going to sit in single lane traffic for 2 miles? And
0 people.
Right. And so obviously a lot of people, because they were all sitting in the right-hand lane instead of
Yeah, I
going
guess.
a mile up to the merge like you're supposed to. And so she gets up towards what? How far were you away when?
I was literally like right at the merge, like just almost right at the merge point when they cut me off.
Okay, so just before the merge point, the tractor trailer, instead of just staying in his lane, swings over to do that straddle the white line thing, the dotted white line. And basically, they didn't do it like with enough time for her to be able to do anything. They basically just about squished her up against the barrier.
Goddamn.
And because God forbid somebody might actually be in front of you or pass you or whatever, because you're in that much of a rush for one car to pass you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she almost caused Jess to have to almost threw her car into the barrier because she had to slam on the brakes to avoid being hit by the trailer. All because this truck driver didn't want her to pass him.
That's obscene.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it happens every day.
People are going to act like so selflessly like that. They don't deserve to have a license.
I mean, the thing is, she was actually doing what she's supposed to do. You were supposed to do double file up to the merge point, and then you're, left, right, or whatever the flow of traffic is, to merge into a single lane, because otherwise, that 2 mile long one single line would only be a mile.
Yeah.
If you were double file, but the fact that, everybody's just so worried about, being passed or whatever. I think I'm annoyed at my Streamlabs notifications because it's not doing what it's supposed to.
I know, right?
It is literally taking over my chat right now.
We had one Tuesday for a fire. We went. Well, we were coming back on the fire engine, and we flipped lights on the back of the station. Well, the semi actually parked right in front of our station. Air brakes and everything wouldn't move.
Ew.
Nova, my volume is low. I don't think my volume is low. It's not saying it is.
Are you saying that because you can't hear him talk, or
well,
or what?
I also need to make sure? I need to make sure that his is Nikolai's is muted, and it wasn't. Hold on. Boop. There we go. Otherwise, we're gonna get double feedback there. That might have been what they were
Christmas
hearing.
lights in your doorway, Sean?
You guys can see that.
Yeah,
the live stream can. Yeah, actually, technically they are. They're just white lights. Basically accent lighting.
Oh. Also known as night lights.
Basically, yep.
That's mood lights for the Saturday night salsa that they do together.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Nobody's privy to that.
Because I can dance.
Throw the bearskin rug on the floor type of thing, Biggie.
I'm just trying to picture Sean dancing, and the only thing I can think is like toothpaste advertisements to say noticeably white.
Oh my god.
I mean, it'd probably be the same for me, but I digress.
Do we need me to turn up my volume still?
And
God.
that noticeably will get whiter depending on which end of the bottle of the Yingling you're on, or how many there is, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, Sean, one last message.
What's up?
Now at the firehouse, we are selling those mugs I was telling you about.
Yeah, well, you can tell me that later. You can tell me that in a private message. That doesn't need to be done here. Because nobody else around here is locally here, so it's not going to benefit the live stream any.
Yeah.
So yeah, that can be done. That can be done privately.
Too late.
I was saying, pass the message. Doesn't bother me.
That's a spoop.
You do.
Yes, this is a little one. This is actually the one with the floofy tail. Yes, a floofy tail. Are you trying to escape? Would you like to get down? There we go. Yes, car talk. We were in the middle of talking about that. Anybody else have? Well, Chris, you're on the road all the freaking time. Have you seen another truck driver behaving ill-manneredly? Because we know that you would.
Every day. I mean, in the last, I'm gonna say in the last 8 years, easily, it's really become more prevalent. Both from the influx, because our lovely quote unquote government, who cares about its citizens and yada 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 yada, thought there was a great idea because they have this so-called impression that there is a driver shortage in the country, in the industry. So they opened it up to essentially work permit immigrants to come in and get a license to study. So I mean, around like the Chicago area, you have a heavy influx of Czechoslovakians, Russians, Polands.
Oh wow.
You know, that have come in, you know, and they've gotten their license. You have the NAFTA agreement, which I don't know how many people are familiar with that, thanks to our lovely Mr. Bill Clinton, when he was in the office, signed the North American Free Trade Agreement, which basically opened up the borders for the trucking industry between Canada and Mexico. The stipulation with the Mexico side of things was they were only allowed to come in basically 20 miles into the country to a centralized hub of some sort and drop their stuff, and then pick stuff up to go back across the border going south. The moratorium on that basically ended, I'm going to say, probably 2 years ago. So you have some companies that are now cross-border qualified.
All right.
The drawback is most of these people can't, you know, they may be able to read some English, but the comprehension of English as we know it and use it is totally lost to them. And then you just got the schools that are, you know, you can go to a school basically and in 2 weeks have your license and be driving a truck somewhere, which is not enough time. You know, they give you the bare basics to pass a permit, get your license.
All right. Well,
and
hold
you
on,
go
Chris.
to a company and get thrown in a truck.
We're having some.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Apparently our stream is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Turned into Bufferfest 2019.
Apparently. I don't understand because like on my end right here, it's showing everything's
Reloaded.
fine. I've got
Reloaded
no
3 times. It's a cat's what Pilot said. Miss Farmer's going the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Yeah, I know, but nobody can see that. Nobody can hear that in the thingy because we're apparently not.
Yeah, not going out.
I'm checking the thing now, so hold on. I'm demonetized already.
Already?
Oh
my god.
Well, not demonetized. The yellow.
Ow.
Which I'll fix that. It's saying the stream is healthy.
Phone, can you be stupid elsewhere? Fruit fly, can you die?
Yeah, it's doing something funky. But yeah, it's
Don't
saying
know where
the
that fruit fly
stream is
went.
healthy is good. What the fuck?
Maybe it's a problem with their servers.
Alright, hold on.
So apparently your live chat's working. We're just not live streaming out.
There you are.
Are we back?
Burning Rubber Garage says he's got nothing but spinning wheel.
Cat's looking at me like I just committed a murder.
Alright, hold on. Are we back? No, yes, no. Alright, I'm going to restart Streamlabs and be right back.
There, you hear that? Listen, that's the one I'm talking about.
Mm.
Now we checked everything.
Oh, the damn wheel rides off.
Well, speaking of horrible squeals, one of my friends has a Chrysler Sebring, and when he first starts it up, like when it's cold, it hasn't been run for hours and hours. It is just a horrible squelch.
Belt squeal or possibly the what kind? Has got the V belts or the serpentine?
Probably the one of the guys he works with says he thinks it's the alternator bearings going.
Hey, does it say either alternator bearings or possibly the idler
Yeah.
pulley?
I don't know. My friend has another one of my friends has a Trailblazer and his idler pulley. Pretty sure that's what it was because after he replaced it, the sound went away. It wasn't squelching, but it was whining. Kind of sounded like a supercharger, but not.
Yeah.
You know, the faster you revved it, the higher pitched it was. After he replaced it, he's like, "Wow, it's so quiet now." And I'm like, "Yeah, that'll do it."
I might have to start a new stream.
Ew.
This was so fucking easy when it was fucking Hangouts.
Now, how much can they manipulate?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Do you think?
Heck.
But there's probably something they can do if they want to mess with it.
Yeah.
Just because basically it's their sandbox and they make the rules on how you play.
Just about. Oh crap.
See, now it's saying that it's not
That's all.
receiving enough, but I know that it is.
Receiving enough what?
Just because basically it's their sandbox and they make
Oh
the rules
no,
on how you
it's saying
play.
it's good.
Just about. Oh crap.
See, now it's
So
saying
it's
Well,
it's
it's
buffering.
lying.
It's buffering. That's all it's doing.
Receiving enough what?
Just because basically it's their sandbox and they make
Oh
the rules
no,
on how you
it's saying
play.
it's good.
Just
Hey,
about.
it looks like the electronic sign here on the side of the road. It looks like a bunch of Greek or
That's all it's doing.
holla haba haba
Receiving enough
writing on the infomercial sign.
No, it's saying.
I'm sorry, could you repeat what kind of writing that is?
Hey,
The hubba kind.
Haba haba haba.
yeah, camel jockey.
Is it working now?
Camel jockey. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. We are back.
Bam!
I think we lost all my freaking people though, which really pisses me off.
Maybe.
You shouldn't have lost much. I told him you were trying to reboot it. Stand by.
Mine's still buffering on my little preview screen.
On your preview screen. I closed it down and went back into it again, and it's working fine for me.
I'm getting a thumbs up from Ms. Formula that's working on her end.
Are you getting it in personal chat or in the group in the actual live stream chat?
the personal chat with her through Messenger. I'm getting ready to do what LA said and open yours back up. That's what I had to do before because I had wheels on the bus. And yeah, I shut it down, went back into it, and it's fine here.
All right, cool beans.
What did I do with that? Oh.
Alrighty, so we are back, at least for the moment. I don't know what was going on. I had a couple skip frame there's 2 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. Hopefully it stays down. I might have something running that's not working. My live chat is still freaking screwed up. But that's fine. Don't care. Charles Bot still freaking going crazy. Cloud Bot still freaking going nuts in the chat room.
Charles Bot.
Well, Charles Bot is actually it's an MSC thing. It's a basically cam girl site. They use a thing basically as similar as Cloud Bot, but they call it Charles Bot. Same thing, same principle. It watches their live chat, make sure everybody's behaving themselves.
Behaving.
Well, yeah, because if somebody's using words or things that is inappropriate or whatever, it'll automatically boot them out, things like that. They can do the same thing with the messages where it pops up links to different things. Okay, whoever's in here, please.
And Miss Formula said she refreshed and fixed hers.
Biggie, if you want to tell them all to refresh it and it should fix it.
Yeah.
Somebody type that in. I just don't feel like having the freaking gonads to. Well, not the gonads. I don't have the whatever right now to tell them to. Is there anything else I can do to shut down?
Oh, someone disliked it. No. Rude.
Alright, Sean, I'm heading out. I'm sitting here dozing off.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, see you guys later.
See ya.
I am literally trying to shut down anything that is not Streamlabs. And that is using CPU or memory. Skype, that can go. And task.
I think you guys had some rain over here today.
Yeah, I'm just trying to free up space on my computer right now. Oh my god, we were up at the West End Fair. I guess it's up past Lehighton, above Allentown. And everybody, you know, it said, "Oh, it's gonna miss us. It's gonna miss us." And me and Jess both looked up at the sky, and we're just like, "No, it's gonna hit us." And we got out to the car. We got out to the car, and we made it up to. We made it up to the 209, and the skies just opened. So that's like 209's like maybe quarter mile, half mile away from the entrance to the fair, and it just unloaded.
Damn.
Are we still good over there on the live stream? Pretty still good?
Yeah.
Appears to be so.
All right. Good. Let me put this back to editor so I can see what's going on. All right. There's Charles Bot going nuts again.
Pilot's wondering if you get extra points for waiting again.
Sure. Why not? Anybody that's in here right now, we're just gonna spam you some more points. How's that?
Like, whose line is it anyway?
I know. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll give you guys some more points. How many points do you think you guys need this time?
What's the lowest amount of points you can give?
Well, that's not fair. Anybody that's still in here...
I'm just curious, actually.
Anybody that's still in here after being ditched, because there's only like 4 of us in here. I don't know what the lowest. I could probably give 1 point. But that's not really fair.
Wow, what a slap to the face.
What do you think? Another 200?
I think that's fair.
Another 200.
You can
Oh,
see
by the way,
cartoon
I
right
wanted
up
to.
his mouth. Someone's gonna be throwing a banana peeling underneath Sean's foot. 1 point? Are you kidding? Here, that's what I think of your 1 point.
Anyway, so I wanted to tell you. I figured out how these points are awarded. All right. So every 5 minutes, anybody who is in the chat, whether they're just sitting in the background and not typing, or if they're actually actively talking in the chat, everybody gets 1 point. If you are actively talking in the chat and actually a part of the chat, they call them active users. You guys get 10 points instead. So anybody who's messaging
Damn.
back and forth, whoever's keeping the chat lively, they get 10 points. So that's 10 times more. Like if you're a wallflower, you're getting 1 point. If you are an active chatter, you get 10 points every 5 minutes. And that's the lowest I can do it. I try to do it every minute, but it's every 5 minutes. Anybody
No
that
wonder this formula is sitting at the top of the heap.
she's not though.
Not
Somebody
anymore, huh?
somebody type in exclamation point top.
I got it.
That'll show you who's at the top of the list. I guarantee you it's Pilot and Grant, or pretty close, because they donated, and when you donate, you get
Because of the donation.
yeah. So it's one low
Yeah,
blazer and
Pilot.
straight six fan,
Blazer, Grant.
and then Mrs. Formula. So anybody that donates gets a lot of points. All right. So if you subscribe to the channel while in
Sean,
the
you're sixth in your own point.
well, that's because I don't actively watch my own stream. I mean, technically, I can sit here and give myself as many points as I want. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even get the 200, the 600 right now for sitting in here, because the 200 for sitting in here right now because of the fact that I'm not actively watching the stream.
I don't think that went through. At least it hasn't gone through yet.
It should have. Either that or it's not realizing anybody's in here. I can actively go do it by myself if I know who all's in here actively watching the stream.
Well, there's definitely me,
there-
Miss Formula, and Pilot.
All right. Well, how many do you have? You have 300. Yeah, you should have more than that. Well, I think that might also be the fact that this thing's not recognizing who's actually in here right now. I don't know if any of you. Hopefully, you guys are getting loyalty points today. I don't know because my thing's being screwed up. So anyway, so anybody who's in the live stream gets a point per 5 minutes. Anybody who's an active in the chat gets 10. If you subscribe while you're in the chat or during the live stream, you get 100. So basically, anybody new automatically gets 100 points. If you donate through the PayPal link, so that's a donation that goes basically straight to me. That is 2,000 points.
Damn.
Well, I figure because most people donate like maybe $5 to $10. You know what I mean? I figure that's a decent chunk.
Yeah.
If you donate through Super Chat, it's $1,000.
You need 1,000 points.
Yeah, 1,000 points. $1,000. 1,000 points. And the reason I did that is because if you, I'm trying to be more incentive to donate through the Streamlabs link. Mainly because I actually get to see more of the money that you donate. I mean, if you're going to donate $10, where would you rather donate that $10 to? Through a Super Chat where YouTube takes like $4 or $5, $4 of your donation, or would you rather
like 6 or 7?
Well, yeah, it depends on how much you. If you donate 10, they donate. I get like 6 to 7 of that. They get the other like 3 or 4. Or if you donate through the Streamlab link, I basically get all of it. Though I did try to create a merch store through the Streamlabs, and that was just ridiculously expensive. Not for me. It was ridiculously expensive for you guys, the people that would be buying the merch. The same shirt that I created through Streamlabs, the same shirt that I created through Teespring, which costs you guys $25. That same shirt through Streamlabs, even if I took no cut, nothing off the top, if I did not gain any profit off of that shirt whatsoever, like I just basically, nothing was given to me for it, then that was still the cheapest I could make it was $30.
Jesus.
Now, for me to make even just a $5 profit, So that's like $5 in my pocket for every shirt that's sold.
Be a $40 shirt.
$35 shirt. I
It's an
make
expensive shirt.
I make more than $5 profit off of the ones on Teespring. I don't make a ridiculous amount, but I figured, if you go to a store and you go buy a shirt at a store, they're about $25 for a designer shirt. Not like the mass-produced ones at Walmart, because I mean they're like, what, $19?
Yeah.
So
Look at me.
so I figured.
I mean,
Huh?
we've paid prices like that before, but it's usually when you went to a concert of your favorite band. Or
What, the
some such
$35?
thing like that.
The $35?
Hmm.
Yeah, but my hoodies are only like $35 on Teespring.
Yeah.
Those will keep you warm.
So I didn't see the point in doing that, and whatever. Oh, I gotta get rid of. I forgot Nikolai's window is probably still sitting there, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well it can go bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Um, switch that to that.
Yeah. Pilot's making coffee this late at night. I hope he's meaning that he set it up for her to be brewed in the morning.
I would hope so too.
I think that's what he's implying. I hope so.
All right, let me see who all is actively in the chat right now. Participants. Actually, right now, you're not in the chat there, Biggie. Why not? Are you not viewing the live stream anymore?
I am. The hell?
Live chat.
See?
Participants. It's not showing it. I see you, but like if I click, if you click participants up in the top right hand corner, it's not showing you. I don't know if that just needs to be refreshed or what. I can't refresh this one. Oh yes, I can.
Small hiccups tonight.
Reload.
I guess.
There's going to be a lot of small hiccups until I get this whole shit organized and all of that. All right, let's see participants. There you are. Okay, so
That's better.
So I need to give. That's kind of sad though. I mean, honestly, you know what? Mrs. Formula and Pilot are getting a decent size because they're the only two that are in here besides us. Alright, so let's see. Pilot, I can add you. Let's see. If I add 500 to you, that would be 31. Save. Okay, and Mrs. Firebird, where are you at? Right here. Alright, and if I give you 500, that's 14.
That Mrs. bit may be questionable depending if you take and listen to her point of view of the most recent current events.
Well, you know what? That's her loss because there's all kinds of cool cars, and she only has to deal with you, how many days out of the week. The other rest of the time, you're on the road.
If it's lucky enough to be an overnight, but usually it's 8 to 12 hours on the weekend,
Right.
Either Saturday or Sunday, depending on the run.
Yeah, see? Alright, let's see. Let's see where everybody sits now.
Yeah, we'll just say that I severely tested her humor strength Friday into Saturday.
Alright, did that work? I think it did. Yeah, it worked.
Yep.
So, like I said, I don't know if it's counting anybody, just the regular people that are in here. Because, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how this keeps track of who's in my live or not, and if it's actually working. The only way I could do that would be to reset it, and I'm not doing that. You know what I can tell? If Bill's in here, then it definitely, yeah, he's in here. He was in here for 42, well, just over a half hour. So it is keeping track for tonight because he wasn't in here any other day.
Now, does that automatically start from when they first get on, or
Yeah.
that there's no kind of a minimum minute thing that they have
5
to meet
minutes.
before?
5 minutes. Every 5
5
minutes.
minutes, okay.
There's some really weird names that have been in here.
Oh, it's nothing new for the internet.
Psychotube Haley. There's been I don't know who the Rebecca is. But I have 2 pages full of people that have been in this chat before. Alright, so if I go by just hours spent in the live stream, we got Mrs. Formula at 8.33 hours, followed by Pilot. Pilot's been in for 5 hours and 5.42 hours. Debbie at 4.08. Followed by me at 3.08.
Bias.
Then Chris at 2.92. The other Chris at 2.75.
Ooh.
A lovely bunch of coconuts at 1.92.
What the hell?
It only counts since I started this, so it doesn't count like the amount of like all the times that you were in my live streams before I started Streamlabs.
Oh.
So it only counts now. So I mean, yeah, if I were you, if all the time that you spend sitting in my live stream chit chatting back and forth with me, yeah, I would just leave it playing in the background because then you're actually racking up hours. And you know what? I didn't see any Hammer Down today. He's got exactly 1 hour. So then everybody else is less than an hour. Since I started this new one. But yeah, that's where everybody stands. Let's do a little let's do a heist.
Oh jeez. I'm probably gonna get shot in the leg.
Did I spell that right? Is it H-I?
H-E-I.
H-E-I-S-T.
Well, I'm going 200. Let's see if this works.
What? How do I do this?
Oh, you gotta wait till it activates.
It activated.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh.
No, there it goes. Alright, so you're going to need to type in exclamation point heist and then the amount that you want to join with. You guys got I think a minute to join.
I like how I type in 100 and my phone's like, do you mean 1,000 horsepower?
1,000 horsepurs.
Oh, what else is there?
Hey, Pilot just turned on the bell. I hope you would. I mean, you're sitting there basically at the top of the heap. Mrs. Formula's doing 150. Come on, Pilot. You gonna join in or what?
Come on, do it. Do it, you won't. That's last.
Alright, got Mrs. Formula in.
Cheap as hell desk.
I don't know, Pilot. I guess Pilot should be able to get it. They just Pilot. You need to type exclamation point heist and then a number amount.
Oh, Chris is getting
Chris
in
is
on
in.
this.
Hey, Chris, how you typing and driving at the same time? Come on. All right, we got Chris in. The only one that's not in is Pilot.
Come on, Pilot.
Engine you into this, man. You know, it'd be pretty cool if it would show an animation. Like if I could put a widget up on the screen that would show an animation.
Yeah.
For doing heists and different things to do in the different games. Like if I did a roulette wheel, it would show up on the screen.
Just shows a bunch of our avatars, and one of us gets our face blown off by a cannonball or something.
That'd be funny.
Probably be me.
I think pilot's gonna be too late. You use your Nova Cash, your points.
Nova Cash.
That's what I called it. I don't know if it's gonna show if it shows up anywhere. Ho ho ho! The entire crew escaped Blackheart Island alive. To celebrate, the chest full of gold and a belly full of rum. So everybody got. Mrs. Formula got 300. Chris got 400. Big E got 200, and I got 400.
Yeah, it doubles what you put in.
Yeah, it does. It doubles
At least
what you put
that
in.
time it did.
And no, it always does. It'll double what you put in.
L.
So I mean, that's another way that you guys can play with your points and either A, get more points, or B,
Lose
obviously
points.
you can lose points. The other one is you can gamble your points too.
Slots.
Yeah, there's slots, exclamation point slots. You can duel, but like I said, I don't know if we got that to work.
Exclamation point is a lot of syllables for
Oh.
only one character.
Yeah, exclamation point, slots, and then a number. If you can build an emote pyramid.
An emote pyramid.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can do emoticons in the chat.
Oh.
I don't know. You
They
guys have,
actually called it Nova Cash.
yeah. Is that what it shows
That's
up
pretty
as?
cool, actually. Yeah.
Where does it show that?
In the chat.
It does show it.
Yeah, I lost $100. But now, oh, she's gone.
Oh yeah, see, yeah. It does say it's Nova Cash. I was trying to think of a name.
If I were you, I would just have it like be Nova like it is, all capitalized, and the $sign.
Okay, I can do that. That's easy.
Like they do in GTA.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to settings. I can change that. I don't know if it'll let me, but I could try it.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Alright, let's see. Save that. Save settings. Alright, it should have done it again. And if you try it again, it should change it.
What else is there? Is there like actually roulette?
Yeah, there should be. Or what did you just use?
Slots.
Alright, there's a gamble machine, so I don't have that one set up. Hold on, let me check that one. Minimum amount $10, maximum amount 10,000.
Miss Formula said Taz Cash.
I saw that. You know, speaking of gambling, I think I could do pretty good at a roulette wheel. I'm gonna say that I just go absolutely broke.
It don't take long.
I mean, depends on how you play. So you gotta spread out your bet a little bit. Like you can't put like, say, 50 on one number. You gotta put like 10 on one, 5 on another.
And choose your color.
Alright, it's not a
Yeah.
roulette wheel, but there's a gamble.
A gamble.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
you
exclamation point gamble?
it would be, but I don't have it set up just yet, so give me a second.
Like I said, you need to have a ticker going across the top that tells you what you can and can't do.
No, what I have to do is I need to set up what they call a command, like a list of commands, and what you
Yeah.
can type in is you can type in something. I can have it set to where if you type in something, it will give you a link to the page that has all my list of commands and what they do. Okay, so
Basically
it's
a pop-up menu.
well, it would open up a
Same
web
thing.
page. It would open up a web page with
Jeez.
basically a notepad. Yeah, it's exclamation point gamble,
Notepad.
and then the amount of points. It is now active.
Speaking of Notepad, we got a free version of it. I don't. Hang on a second. It's called Notepad Plus Plus, and there's a game I can actually use it with to make my own parts for vehicles.
Oh, there you go.
Well, not really my own parts, but I can use it to define like what the parts do or can't do. Like, if I could screen share it, I would, but only
You can't.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't show it to the thing. It won't show it to the live stream, but there for a differential with like full. I can adjust the final drive. I can adjust the preload, the locking coefficient, the reverse locking coefficient, and the whole 9 yards. It's only 26 lines.
See if this works.
For a transmission, it's 74 lines. But I gotta define.
Oh wait, it did it. I rolled a 55. I won $300.
God dang.
So you guys can now gamble your cash away too. And I can play with that too. I can make it so that way you can lose money. I think maybe. I don't know. I have to see.
What
Now-
a douche.
When you have that set up, if they lose points, is there some
Well,
way
you're-
you can
if
set
you-
that where that
if you-
automatically reverts back into
Yeah.
your Streamlines account for the points that you've given out,
No, it doesn't go to me.
or they're just lost?
They're just lost. You rolled a 39. You got 200.
Woohoo!
And you see it does change it. It
See, now
changes
you
it to Nova dollar signs.
You see if there's a way that rolls into accounting your Streamlabs that
Well, no. What it does
those
is
points
I
lost would
can.
be points that you could use to give out to people if you wanted to.
No, I can randomly give it out to. I don't have to. I don't have a bank. So literally, I can give anybody however many I want.
It'd be like the bank in Mario Party or something.
Yeah, there's no bank. You guys have banks, but I don't.
Money in the bank. Oh crap.
I can actually, depending on who I add in here, like I probably will have Big E added as a manager for my
This
Streamlabs.
formula's a high roller. Putting down 200 on the gamble.
There's only 3 of us in here now. Does anybody
Yeah, we're
want
all
to?
gambling.
Yeah, no. Does anybody want to see if anybody share it to people?
Why
See if anybody
the
wants
heck?
to come in.
Oh, that's why.
We're all sitting here waiting for the chat to refresh.
We are too. Sitting here just watching intently.
It may not work because I was in here playing with the thing. Hold on. Try it again, Mrs. Formula.
And then she gambles 400 and loses it all.
I can always just give it back to her.
Yeah. What is the gamble anyway? Do you roll like 100-sided dice pretty much?
Yeah.
And of
It's
course,
1
the
to
higher the number
100.
you get, the more you get back.
Actually, it can be.
Electronic
I can mix it. I can put it however I want to. I can make it that a low number gets more. I can make it that a high number. I can make it so that way if you roll like a 60, it'll be different than if you roll. You know what I mean? I have increments. So if you roll a something to something, I can have it multiplied at this. If you roll a something to something, you get this. You know what I mean?
If you roll something +1, you get, well, you lose X.
You know what else? It might not be able to do it. It may not doing it because I don't know if there is a like a chill period with that game.
Oh, might be.
Like you can only play it so many times.
Oh, I'll take one pilot.
Yeah, I'll
are
take
you
another one.
drinking tonight?
Oh, we never did that one.
Oh yeah, we didn't either.
There's a few games we forgot to play this week. Damn it! All right, so beverage of choice. We'll go with this
Pilot,
one
drink
first.
one for me. I'm not allowed to drink tonight.
You're allowed to drink something.
Well, not alcohol.
Yeah, no alcohol.
Yeah, there's no refresh. There's no cooldown period, so I don't know why it's not working for her. Unless she's not typing it in right, which it doesn't look like she's not.
And now I did it, and it's gonna work, and I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna be sad because I have no luck.
What's that? I don't understand why.
I just want to lean back in this chair, but don't want to lean too far because it's unstable as heck.
Try something different here. Make sure Charles Bot is awake. Or, yeah, I'm just gonna call it Charles Bot. I'll freaking.
Master Charles. Got a monocle and the whole 9 yards.
Hello. Well, that's working.
471.
What, you?
Yeah. Ugh.
Maybe we should put a space.
You didn't turn it off somehow by accident, did you?
No, it's on.
I don't know. Weird. Is there a limit? A limit to how many characters can be in one chat message?
I don't know why.
Because it's for top 10, it's got 1 is pilot, 2 is not trucker Chris, but the other Chris, 3 is Miss Formula, 4 is Grant, 5 is you, 6 is Debbie, 7 is Rust Belt Mechanic, 8 is Revenge of, and then it starts a new message, and then it's the Apocalypse 503, then 9 is me, and then 10 is trucker Chris.
I don't. It might have a limit. The amount that it sends.
We gotta differentiate between our Chris's.
Yeah. We got low boy Chris and we got high boy Chris.
We got too many Chris's.
We got low boy and high boy Chris. Well, I think I don't know if that has a cooldown period.
Stick it beside my name.
I don't know if it has a cooldown period. Yeah, it seems like a 200 character limit apparently. Caps restriction, timers, quotes, queue, giveaways, user management. I don't have any users. Add a regular. Oh, I need your YouTube channel. Alright, never mind, can't do that. I'll have to do that later.
Well, you can't have my YouTube channel.
I don't know. I need to give Streamlabs a freaking chill pill with freaking my because it's not supposed to do it every all 4
Every
of
10
them.
seconds.
Well, all 4 of them it shoots right at once, and it wasn't what I designed it to do. I didn't want it to do that. I wanted it to do. I wanted them to alternate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to do one after 5 minutes and then do a different one, but I think it's every 10 minutes. And that way you only had one pop up, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so Pilot is from Milwaukee. I am from Tamaqua, PA, so Pennsylvania. They're speaking of Streamlabs.
Hey, check out my Instagram.
Yeah, I didn't really want it to be this much of a freaking, you know.
It's just so in your face, like, here, go here. Look at this.
I know, right? And the fact is it highlights my freaking name every time. At least to me it does. Yeah. Does it do it to everybody?
No.
So only me. So whenever somebody puts my name in, it'll show up to me.
Just the hyperlink.
Yeah, to me every time there's the word NOVAtazz in the chat, it highlights orange.
Ow. Well, that's because it's you.
Right, I figured that.
You get the large and in charge line.
Yeah, it's like, look at this guy. We're going to highlight him in orange. Because he's an escaped convict.
There's a betting thing, too.
I mean, we're already gambling. Do we really need a bet?
I don't know. There's polls. I can do a poll.
Bless you.
But yeah, what I was trying to say is, you can trade in your loyalty points for like if I have a thingy set up to where if you trade in your loyalty points, it will give you a link, and I can have, or maybe I can give it to if you trade in your loyalty points, it'll give you a code that I can use as a like an amount off on Teespring.
Well, that's pretty neat. Do you get to define how many points it takes to get that code, or?
Yeah. So like I mean, really that would also depend on how quickly people are able to earn points. And I mean,
Yeah.
if people are constantly reaching, 10,000 points, well, then it doesn't really make much sense for me to be 10,000 points to earn that.
Yeah, to a 25% off code or whatever.
I don't think I can do a 25% off because the most I can give a code for is my own profit.
Oh.
So like the cheapest I can make a shirt, or the cheapest that I can discount a shirt for, is
how much you make.
Yeah, exactly. So the initial cost of actually making the shirt, I can't dip it below that. So I can't dip it below what it costs Teespring, or what Teespring charges me per shirt. So once it hits that whatever threshold, so if the shirt is no, we are not restarting my PC. Later.
Oh, Windows updates.
Something. It just popped up and says, we are restarting it. No, you're not. I was using it.
No.
Did your slot thingy work? No, your slot thingy didn't work.
Would cause some excitement.
Pilot says that he says I'm from PA. Yeah, he's about an hour and a half away from where I live. About 30 minutes away from where I work. But do I know him? No, I don't know him personally. I have met him a few times. But no, I don't know him personally. I have met Send It Steve a few times. Do I know him personally? Do I hang out with him? No.
I mean, it'd be cool if you did.
Hammer Down Motorsports, who's been in here before, who's also another Steve. I've been I think I know him better than I know Send It Steve, but again, I still not like best friends with him. I can't just drop by his house whenever I want. I am supposed to go up and visit his garage at some point. We just haven't worked that out. But there are quite a few YouTubers in this area. You got me, you got Hammer Down Motorsports, you've got Send It Steve, you've got Street Speed 717, you have Gammy D on Cars, you have Salad Bar. There's no Hammer Down in here to fuck with that. You have Matt MPG, you have Alan from Revenge of the Apocalypse. Who else do we got? We just even down in the Harrisburg area that hangs out in a lot of Mike's episodes. Diablo Forward in the Racing, Andy. He's here. There's a motovlogger. I forget what she goes by now, but she just changed her name recently. But she's up here in this area. There's so many of them.
Right.
In
You're
Chain
not talking
Designs.
about Supercar Blondie, are you?
No. This is a dark-haired chick.
Oh, alrighty.
She's not super popular, but I don't have her. I have her thingy here somewhere. I have her Instagram too.
I was about to say, there is no way she's from PA.
No, it's not her.
No, I just saw earlier she did a video on the new Lotus.
Oh.
Yeah, it's electric. You wouldn't care.
Lolly. Lali.
Lally.
Yeah, it's short for her full name.
I'm curious to see how Google Translate would pronounce that.
I don't know. I probably said it so freaking wrong. But yeah, she's up here in this area. She's one of my. I follow her.
Excuse me.
I met her at the YouTube call out. But there's a bunch of them up here in this area. Ooh, Send It Steve dropped a new video on the OBS.
OBS.
Yeah, the Mike's truck that got in the accident.
One of his trucks got in the accident. What
Yeah,
was it?
the green one.
He's got a Blazer now, doesn't he?
Well, the Blazer, the Blazer is not recognizable as a Blazer anymore.
What did he do to it?
Exo caged it.
Oh.
Like, you know, he originally first he chopped off the back of it, and he gutted it, and then his latest thing is it's actually at a shop right now getting a full exo cage. The only thing left of the body is the cab itself. So, like, the whole bed part from the cab all the way back is gone.
Goddamn.
It's the frame. That's it. And then the exo cage. So the only part left of the Blazer itself as the Blazer is, like, you know how on those Chevys the front engine whatever is like the Mopars where there's not an inner fender. It's just got the like it's all part of the box for the around the engine. So the radiator, the two side pieces, and then attaches to the firewall, kind of like the old school Mopars. Whereas a traditional Chevy, you have the firewall, and then the fenders bolt to the firewall and to the core support. But if you were to take the fenders off, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
The Blazer doesn't work that way. The Blazer actually has an inner structure that stays part of the frame. So that's the only part that's left of it is the radiator support, that inner structure between the rad and the core support. I mean the firewall, and then the cab.
Is he making it like a trail rig?
Yeah, he's looking at putting 44s on it.
Oh, goddamn.
What
were you saying about his green truck?
Okay, so his green, what is it? Like a early '90s, whatever the hell it was. The full size. Yeah, he has a full size truck, kind of like his big gray one. But it's not a cat eyes. It's earlier, and it's not a diesel. It's just a gas. It's just a gasser. But he was in the middle of playing with that one. It was supposed to go get the bodywork fixed. It was supposed to get painted. Well, he loaned it to a friend last week, and the back brake line blew out, and his friend almost hit a guy that was like going into his driveway or coming out of his driveway. So to avoid hitting him, because he had no brakes, he went to the edge of the road. Well, there was also a telephone pole there.
Oh.
And he caught the front wheel.
Ouch.
The front fender, because the wheels stick out pretty far away from the fender because they had the spacers on it. So he caught the front wheel, the front fender, and all the way up to the cab door was all crushed in.
So what you're saying is it was totaled?
No, no insurance was called. They just went over, picked it up, and he gave it to Send It Steve.
Oh.
So now Send It Steve has
Hey,
it.
one of my friends totaled my truck. Here, take it.
Well, he called. They tried to. Mike went up to go pick it up with a trailer, and they couldn't get his trailer was too small. So they were like, "Well, we'll put a new wheel on it and we'll try to limp it home." Well, they only made it a little bit because it's so pigeon-toed. The suspension was pretty fucked up, and it would only turn. It would only turn right. It wouldn't turn left.
Stands to reason.
So they literally couldn't go anywhere with it. So he went up the next day and had Send It Steve come up, and they drove it up onto the freaking trailer. After some, you know, like the old RC cars where you had reverse and turn, and then you had like forward and straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that.
Ow.
That's how they got it up on the trailer.
Jeez.
Because they couldn't turn it. It would turn one direction. So it was a lot of back up, go straight, back up, go straight, back up, go straight.
You know, speaking of RC cars, I haven't played with mine in a while. It's been sitting up in a box since I moved in.
Mine's sitting out in the living room. No, the body's sitting out in the living room. The car itself is sitting... I don't know where the car is. The car's either in the storage...
Mine's sitting up here in a box.
Yeah, well, mine's either sitting in the storage in the kids' room, or in one of the kids' rooms, probably.
Oh, jeez, I got lightheaded.
But I really wanted this car when I first got it because it goes like 80 miles an hour. But literally,
Jesus.
The engine is so powerful, at 60 miles an hour, it will pull a wheelie.
Oh.
It'll literally you'll be going flat out speed, and then you're not even giving
Wait,
it
don't you
full
have like a
throttle.
JADO or something?
Yeah, it's a Jado
Oh.
3.3. The problem with it
Yeah,
is
I thought
it's
so.
it's only rear wheel drive. It would be a
Oh,
lot more fun if it was 4 wheel drive.
actually. I got
Um,
the 1/16 scale Traxxas slash 4-wheel drive.
yeah, but so I have the
But
Jado
this thing, hang
3.3.
on, I can actually show you. Just yeet. This thing, it's actually got 2 battery compartments. I got the battery in this one,
Yeah,
as you can see it. Like there's this little door right here.
right,
I got another one over here. Actually, I'll pop it open before I really show it to you. This thing is dusty as all heck. I got to put another battery in there,
right.
and then I can get a splicer that takes both the connections from the battery and merges it into one. It goes into the speed controller, and then I can get a different pinion gear for this. And this thing will do like 50 miles an hour, I think is what it was.
I can tell you, the Jado will go out of radio range very 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 quickly.
My dad had that happen to a boat once.
I think this thing just shuts off as soon as it goes out of radio range. It just applies the brake.
Well, when you have a 2-stroke boat, brakes are not an option.
Right.
What happens is the boat goes wide open throttle, or however much throttle you were giving it at the point where it went out of range, hits a rock, jumps out of the water, embeds itself in some old lady's backyard, and when you show up, it is still running.
Um, Mrs. Formula, I'm not sure. Where did you say you were at? Nebraska?
Yeah.
Yeah, right outside Omaha.
I was gonna say because I do believe I saw Texas at first, and there is a shit ton of YouTubers in Texas. Car YouTubers. You got It's Just a Sixes in Texas. You got Garrett from Cletus McFarland. Cletus, what the fuck is his YouTube channel?
Cletus McFarland.
Is that actually his YouTube channel?
Cletus is, yeah.
Okay.
That's literally his YouTube channel name.
Okay, yeah, there you got him because he's not technically named Cletus, but yeah. So he's down there. There's a bunch of them, isn't no, the one that has the demon. He's not from there. He's from out in California, I think. The one with the red demon.
No idea. Be gone, thought.
Yeah, well, you're in Nebraska. You're not really. Do you know what? Where is Joe from? The
Joey
one.
66.
Yeah, Joey
like
66.
Northwest of us. He's in Nebraska, like southern Nebraska, down near the Kansas border.
Right, I thought because I thought he was out that way. Yeah, there's not a whole lot out there.
Then
Where?
you got Grant.
Yeah, where's Grant at?
Straight, what is this? Straight six fan.
Yeah, straight six fan.
He's in Kansas. I think he's outside Kansas City. He's in Kansas.
Okay.
There's
Why isn't
one,
he a straight 8
is
fan?
Because he didn't have a. He didn't have a.
He likes those 6-cylinders. He's got that
I would
central
love to have
automotive
some.
YouTubers that he started on Facebook that he got me in.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody.
There's
I don't
a
think.
couple guys from Texas. There's I think there's one in Missouri. One in Arkansas. There's a couple in Illinois. One in Iowa. I'm trying to think where else. Joey 66 in Nebraska.
All right. Well, it's a dead area in general. I mean, there's not a whole lot of population going on out that way. You know, not until you get out towards California. I mean, there's just that you got California, Texas. You got the southern like Florida and all that, and then it wraps up to this giant freaking blob of people up here in the east. You know, and then there's that whole
blob of people.
There's that
we're
whole
an amoeba of people.
We are an amoeba of people. I mean, Jesus Christ, you can't freaking step without freaking stepping on one somewhere. Walk out your door, you fall into people.
Definite pockets.
Huh?
It's definite pockets. Population pockets.
Yep. Small Engine Nation. I don't know that one.
Sounds like a lawnmower
Yeah,
repair
small.
shop.
I know, right?
Small Engine Nation is it's a group of guys that we found.
Oh.
They're into the like 4-wheelers, things like that, and the tractors that they use like around the fairs.
Yeah.
The little
The Gators.
yard tractors,
Gators.
pulling tractors.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them are into the pulling tractors, but there's There's a couple they're from PA, one in Ohio,
Where's
the one in Kansas.
where's Whistling Dixie from? He's the one that does that freaking like the monster truck tires on a 4-wheeler and shit.
Good lord, that sounds dangerous.
Oh my god, it was not nearly as bad as when they stuck the freaking after they did the monster truck tires on the 4-wheeler. They went then and took the rims off of another 4-wheeler and they welded spikes to it, kind of like rototiller.
Good lord.
And then they were driving around on that. You should go look them up, Biggie. Whistling Dixie. And freaking.
That sounds even more dangerous.
You
know?
actually you know who they are because they're the ones that did the monster truck tires on the welded onto the stock like really far out extension, and then they did it on like a small car. They're the ones that did the monster truck tires on the little car. Where basically they did, they extended they made really long wheel spacers and then stuck the monster truck tires on the end of them.
I don't remember that channel being called Whistling Dixie.
I'm pretty sure it was.
They also did like they had like tiny little like wire. Well, actually they weren't actually wire wheels. They were trailer wheels. They put it on like some jacked up Dodge. They were barely bigger than the brake.
I do believe that was Whistling Dixie. I'm pretty sure it was.
The differential housing was like this far off the ground. You had a pothole the wrong way. You're gonna be dragging the diff cover.
Yeah. He did a dually monster truck tire build on his Dodge.
Oh dear.
He had like regular tires up in the front, and he had dual monster truck tires on the back.
Jesus. Can you say rake?
He had one with like ridiculously super ass fucking long ass wheel spacers. They were like 4-foot wheel spacers.
Oh my god, that's gotta be horrible for your fucking backlash.
But yeah, it was
backlash, back spacing. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was hilarious. But I mean, he just does stupid shit. It's shit that's like, oh my god, how are you?
Stuff like that makes YouTube channels just like take off. Like, hey, look at this guy. He put 4-foot spacers on some 33s and put on a Toyota Camry, and everyone's like, I want to see that, but.
But yeah, you get
you know, you're out there trying to fix your truck or something like that, and everyone's like.
I don't know. Who wants to see that? That's not exciting.
Yeah, who wants to see some guy actually trying to fix a problem on his vehicle? I'd rather watch someone else do something ridiculous.
Hold my beer. You're gonna love this.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we would much rather watch somebody destroy their vehicle or blow something up than actually watch somebody do something that's successful.
Have you ever seen Colin Furze?
Who?
Colin Furze, F-U-R-Z-E.
Probably not.
There's literally one video he did where they took the head off of an engine and they had him pull the car behind another one, and he put it in second gear and dumped the clutch and revved the engine up real high, and there's oil squirting out everywhere. And then they did it in first gear, and they literally sent a piston straight up. You can just watch it in slow motion, just go.
Oh my god! You're gonna have to send me the link for that later.
I will.
That sounds epic. But see,
this
is exactly the reason why a channel like mine doesn't blow up, because people are too busy watching stupid shit like that. I need to do stupid shit.
It was great though.
But I'm not sending a rod through my freaking Trans Am motor.
Well, no. I mean, if you were, it would go off at an angle, but this was like some 4-cylinder POS that no one was gonna mess. He did this 10 years ago.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Damn. We got somebody new in here, I think. We think we just went back up to 4 again.
I can download this? What?
No, it's gonna make you pay for YouTube Red or whatever.
Ew.
Yeah, don't watch my channel if you have on YouTube Red. Literally, I get like basically nothing for your view.
Yeah, pretty much all that is Google's like, hey, we'll take some of your money if you don't want to support the channels you're watching.
Exactly, and then we won't give that money back to the channels at all. YouTube Red, I am absolutely frustrated. Like, honestly, the other thing that it does is if you there's some places where you can block the ads. You know what I mean? Yeah, that also hurts me as well. I mean, it's literally like stealing. And to me, that's kind of like stealing. If you block ads while you're watching my channel, it's basically, I mean, it doesn't cost you anything but a couple seconds to watch a stupid ad to begin with. You know what I mean? But
time go get a new drink.
but at that, yeah, I'm still nursing my first one. I don't know why I'm still nursing it, but because I'm doing more talking than drinking. Um, but yeah, I mean, to me, that's kind of like stealing.
Beer abuse in the other direction. He's letting it get warm.
I know, right? But the thing is what annoys me is you know, I'm not charging you for all of the work that I put into making a video. You know, it's just like all of the work that goes into just producing this live stream. It's cost me, I think, like if I were to break it back down to monthly, it's like $4 or $5 monthly just to be able to have the pretty layout that I have around all of your guys' windows and all of that stuff. So right then and there, that's you know, cutting into my profit. My Epidemic sound is like $14 a month. So my music files that I put into my stuff, to be able to have that license and be able to use that music is like $14 a month. You know, so there is stuff, you know, not to mention, you know, my time and effort and all that stuff that goes into just making the videos. You know, and then to sit there and block the ads, so that way, you know, then you're really watching my videos for free. It's annoying, and then it may make me sound petty or whatever as a YouTuber, but that's where my income comes from. That's where my payback for doing all of this work comes from.
Sorry, I lied. It wasn't the Colin Furs channel. It was Cam Auto Development. But Colin Furs also does some really epic stuff.
Okay.
He literally takes an old bumper car and he puts, I don't remember what kind of an engine it was in there, but he put some kind of an engine in there, and the Stig from Top Gear actually brought it up to its top speed. I think it was either just above or just below 100 miles an hour, and actually got a world record for it.
Pilot says one of the girls on the Malkin TVs, one of the weather girls is really hot.
He's gonna blow his pacemaker out of whack.
Oh no, man!
There, I'll put this in the Sunday live.
He's gonna blow a rod like his Corvette.
Yeah.
Ooh, shots fired.
Speaking of that, did he ever give us the update?
No, he didn't. He
didn't.
He teased us
What
last week. Last week he teased us. He came in here and said he had an update, and then he comes in and he doesn't tell us what it is, and then he comes in here this week and says he has an update, and he doesn't tell us what it is.
He says it is entertaining. Yeah, it is. Yes.
What? I'm entertaining? I hope I'm entertaining.
Ticker is fine. Is it though? I need to have like a light up here or something. This
I don't know. Whose ticker was ticking this morning when we first started? That was Camaro time, wasn't it? I need to know.
Camaro
Heart's
time.
kicking on all 12 cylinders.
Speaking of Camaros, did you guys see what engine Cletus is putting in Toast?
Which one's Toast? Toast is the black.
Yes.
The black.
Toast
Yes.
is the new 3rd gen.
I don't know. I was
I've
liking
been
the
drooling for
396.
2 hours after watching that today.
I didn't get to watch it yet. What is it?
632 cubic inch blueprint, making 820 horsepower.
So basically,
Natural gasoline.
so basically, he's sticking a monster truck engine in there.
No, basically he's sticking.
Because that's what a monster truck engine
on
is.
an iron block.
No,
On an iron block.
You said 600 cubic inch, right?
630.
632.
Yeah, that's bigger than that's what the monster trucks run.
I thought they were 500 cubic inch.
No, they're like 600. It's a custom block.
Hang on, let me do a Google.
Iron block.
Yeah, well, that's what it has to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't hold together.
BlueprintEngines.com. It's their, what the hell did they call it? Power series or something like that? Power attributes. It's a new series
it
of engines.
was. Oh God. What was
That will probably be the biggest cubic inch engine ever stuffed in a Camaro.
Well, I mean.
What they're saying, it's the biggest big block cubic inch engine you can get right now.
I think so, yeah. But I think that is the biggest one that has ever been stuffed in a Camaro. Because I don't think anybody else has done
that
that.
has ever been stuffed in a Mustang.
What's the biggest one that's been stuffed in a Mustang?
If you ever have a second, I highly encourage you to do this. Google Ford GAA engine.
Okay, how big
Not
is it?
Ford. This is literally an engine that was used in the M4A3 Sherman tank.
Okay, how big is it?
18 liters.
Well, how big is 18 liters in cubic inches?
Hang on, give me one moment and I can tell you. 1,100 cubic inches.
Holy how is that car not dragging on the ground?
Some really, really stiff front springs.
I would say. I mean, that thing's got to be
Now,
ungodly
keep in
to
mind,
wield.
this is aluminum. What this engine literally is, it was a V12 aluminum block engine, and they were like,
Well, then maybe
we're
it wasn't
not
too
gonna
heavy. It's a
put it in
V8
an
that would be
airplane.
pretty heavy.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be a plane engine. They're like, well, they went with the radial engines, so now we have this thing. Like, well, what if we cut 4 cylinders off it, put it in a tank? And whoever had that idea probably got promoted.
Oh, wait, so it is
And
a
so
V8.
now we have an 18-liter Ford Ford GAA 1,100 cubic inch engine. The only thing it can't pass is a gas station.
I would bet not. That would be an awesome
It puts out,
freaking.
wait. It the Wikipedia page says it displays as 1,100 cubic inches and puts out well over 1,000 pound-feet of torque from idle to 2,200 RPM. The factory rated output was 500 horsepower at 2,600 RPM.
Oh, that's not much.
It's got a 5.4-inch bore and a 6-inch stroke, dual overhead cam, and a 7.5 to 1 compression ratio.
It's an impressive motor, but that's not very.
Multi-fuel capable?
I don't know. Well, with the
But
7.5 compression ratio,
1,100 cubic.
ratio.
But the thing is 1,100 cubic inches, and only putting out
Yeah.
500 horsepower. That's not a very efficient engine.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
this was
so-
made for World War II. So
I don't care.
keep that in mind.
That's a
If
gas.
you wanted
That's
to
a
up the
gas
compression
job.
ratio, you should probably easily get up to like 9.5 to 1. And if you wanted to like shave down the cylinder heads or something like that, and you could put like
That's still
87 in
gas
it and probably get 600.
But yeah, I mean that's not a very. I mean, geez, I mean, you look at
Well,
it.
these weren't made for horsepower.
Right.
Tanks are not made for
It's a
horsepower.
torque
Tanks
monster.
are
What did
made
it say it makes in torque?
1,000 foot-pounds from torque. 1,000 foot-pounds of torque from idle to 2,200 RPM.
20. Well, yeah, 2,200 isn't very
Yeah,
fast.
6-inch stroke. Keep in mind.
Yeah, 2,200 isn't very fast because literally that's where my car starts making horsepower.
Well, that's literally where a Sherman tank starts to move. This thing probably idles at like 300 comfortably.
Yeah, I don't think it was a very. That wasn't a very good engine to put in a Mustang.
I mean, it wasn't until you put twins on it.
Twin turbos.
Yeah, I mean, Christ.
How much
probably
horsepower was it
102.
making then?
Oh God, I don't want to know. The torque is probably astronomical.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Oh wait, actually, there's a little snippet. In order to meet the need for a larger engine, Ford resurrected the V12 as the GAC, which produced 700 horsepower. So that's wait, what is this? Give me a
Hey,
second.
you'd have to stuff a 5-ton Rockwell rear end under it just to keep the damn things, from blowing the diff.
Well, I mean, this thing used to power 60-ton war machines, so yeah.
you stick that in your truck there, Chris.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no doubt.
Probably have
I
to
can't.
put-
I don't know. I don't know. I've got it out torqued right now.
Oh, what's your ride make?
15. I don't know what the cubic inches on the thing. It's a 15-liter.
That's
maybe-
not as big as this.
No, it's not as big, but I out torquing. 15
Well,
liter.
yeah, being diesel.
I've got 550 horse
Okay, all right.
at 1,400 RPM.
I'm gonna
1,850 foot-pound of torque.
stop you here because Pilot said he did tell us. He said the motor is back, but not in yet. But if I remember correctly, we all asked him what went wrong with the motor.
I think he said that one cylinder was just seized.
Well, did he really say that?
I think so.
Because I mean, that's what I was curious about. I was curious about what happened. Oh no, didn't he say he had water in it or something?
Yeah, I thought he said about what. He'll have to refresh this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Oh,
I mean, that was like 3
my
4 weeks
God.
ago.
Nah, that was a week ago.
guys,
What?
So the V12 version of this engine that powered. Hang on, I gotta find it again.
We need
The
to get you
T29
to
and the
lower your
T32.
camera.
No, I lowered it already.
No,
It's
I meant
I'm
like.
looking down at my phone.
No, I meant like drop it down lower. Oh, no, so
Well,
it's not
if I were to
looking
drop
down
it
on
down
you.
any lower, it'd be sitting at my desk and I'd be sideways.
Oh.
But that is literally the lowest point I can have it on. But anyway, the V12 version of this engine, which was using the T29 and T32, which are both classified as heavy tanks. Keep in mind the Sherman was classified as a medium, were displaced. Oh crap! I lost it again.
He said. He said.
One second.
It was just stuck.
1,650 cubic inches.
Yeah. He said it was just stuck. Not. You never said anything about water. I don't know where I got that from.
Surprisingly enough, it's actually a dual overhead cam V8, which is surprising for only 2,500 RPM.
Right.
Now, how do they compare to the modern day Abrams?
Well, the Abrams actually has a gas turbine engine that has a 10-to-1 reduction on the output of it. So, for every 30,000 RPM that the engine is turning out, the output is only turning at 3,000 RPM, and that makes 1,500 horsepower.
Right.
But the Abrams is a modern war machine. It's like nothing compared to like the cast iron and welded world homogeneous armor of yesteryear. That's all composite this and armor piercing fin stabilized discarding sabo that.
Does anybody here watch It's Just a 6?
It's just a 6?
Yeah.
No.
You should. I really like that channel. His name is. The hell is this? Gavin. He actually raced Mike at one point. He has a one of the newer S550 Mustangs or whatever. That's his main.
S550.
The newer ones. The ones that kind of look like an Aston Martin.
Oh.
All blacked out. He was whooping ass with it. In fact, actually, the motor's out of it right now because he's getting a built one which can withhandle like 1,200 horsepower.
Jeez.
He maxed out the other one. He didn't blow it up yet, but he figured that if he was to keep going, he was going to shortly. So he pulled the motor, and the he pulled the motor because the trans let go. And he was like, if it's going, it's going to go soon and whatever. So he pulled it out to use in a different project. And he has a blueprinted engine, basically the same style, but pretty much everything has been done to the short block.
Yeah.
And he has some upgraded heads to throw on it, and so that should make pretty decent power. I think he's a supercharged, but he picked up a bright yellow C6 Corvette like 3 weeks ago.
Cool.
All right, see you later, pilot.
Nope. See ya.
Hey,
Take it easy, man.
see you, pilot. You said it was stuck.
Yeah.
Never said water. Okay.
Yeah. I said
Well,
that.
what had it stuck?
Yeah, I guess it just froze.
Could have been a lot of things.
Lack of lubrication when you shut it off.
Yeah.
Just dry cylinder wall. Maybe some condensation in the engine when you shut it off.
Just like, bite the pillow. I'm going in dry. Oh my god.
Oh no! And then there was 3. I think it's 3.
Yeah. Well, for about 20 seconds, there's gonna be 2 because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Well, are you leaving, or are you gonna be back?
I'll be back. I'm going to the bathroom.
Well, I don't know. You might fall in.
Dude, it's literally right outside this door over here.
You could fall in.
That's all right.
You could fall in.
Look at the bright side,
Literally
Sean.
3 feet on the other side of it.
He's gonna leave his mic here, so we don't need to hear his rendition of Frozen.
Well, it's
Let it
literally
go.
wired,
Let it
so-
go.
I mean, I do have an extension somewhere, but it's only like 3 feet. That's gonna get me like not even halfway across the room. And even if I could go to the bathroom with that hat on, I still wouldn't because I'm a decent human being, unlike some people that me and Sean know. He knows exactly who I'm talking about. Be right back.
Oh. So who all do we have in the chat still? I'm guessing it's Mrs. Formula and us.
Pretty much, I believe that's it. I think everybody else bailed or lost when we had the hiccup.
Yeah, I lost a lot of people when I had the hiccup because I mean I'm looking at the analytics right now, and yeah, right when we got the hiccup, I mean I was up above almost 8, and then we hit the hiccup and it just dropped. We're sitting at 3 right now, even though my other thingy didn't update my counter. I don't know why it didn't update. I don't know if it's just, let's see, source.
Just because I wanted to.
Now, of course, it disappeared. I don't know if it's coming back. There we go. It's back. Now, whether or not it updates correctly in a second or two, we'll see. I gotta figure out what was going on with my chat, though. I guess we do get emojis. Because she just did a palm tree.
She's thinking of that cruise in less than 3 weeks.
Does that mean you guys are you're not gonna be in my, does that mean you're not gonna be in my thing? I might have to rough it on my own.
The 10th? 9th? 10th?
I don't know.
What are the dates, dear? What are the dates? She's got all that stuff down.
I'm going to be,
In the great memory of Star Wars, you're going to be doing the Han Solo.
By the way, to add to that, the hours are updating correctly because Mrs. Formula now has 9 hours.
Okay.
Which, if you think about it, most of my live streams are around 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
I'm back.
Yeah, she went to an absolute Drew show today.
Oh.
Let alone the fact that it's Restore a Muscle Car, who has I'm gonna guesstimate a 100 by 100 foot garage,
Right.
with 2 post lifts around every wall, except for the door in front, that are double stacked with Firebirds, Trans Ams. I mean, you name it, they got it.
I don't know who you are, but you need to get out of my live stream right now.
Yeah.
Bringing shit like that in here.
Anyways, she took Princess to the show, and she parked and got out of the car, and she did a circle getting stuff out of the car, and I saw 10 different birds ranging from first generations all the way up to a 3rd generation.
Yeah, and they have a bunch of movie cars in there too.
Yeah, it was the guy that does his Sheriff Buford T. Justice patrol car, he was there.
Yep.
Yeah. She's going around taking pictures. I mean,
they must have just gotten back from the freaking Bandit run.
Put a video thing up. No, the Pontiac Club that we're in that does the show there every year. That Restore a Muscle Car.
Right.
It is just, yeah. How about the 7? What the hell was the leader on that engine, dude? Well, anyways, everybody knows what I mean. Sean knows who Trans Am Specialties is.
Yep.
That does the Camaro conversions.
Mm-hmm.
They had one of the ones that they just did where Burt Reynolds autographed them. The Burt Reynolds edition Bandit.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't want that one though. I'd want the 455 Super Duty one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all day long.
The guy that owns the shop has one of those. He's also got one of the signed Burt Reynolds Bandit editions, the year one built about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they introduced their new Snowflake wheel.
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Hmm.
I'm looking at the points.
The hell?
Look at how many points Mrs. Formula has.
Good lord.
I didn't give her more points. She's earned the rest of those. She was at 14 something like an hour ago. That's from her being active in the chat and watching the live stream. I mean, unless she won more by doing stuff in the chat, which I don't think we had any of the thingies working.
She won some in the heist.
Right, but that was after I gave her some after that. She was at like 900 and some, and I gave her 500, which brought her up to 14 something. Because the last time that I did the total, she was at 1483. I was at 1040.
Yeah.
And we did the heist. Oh yeah, we did the heist. No, the heist didn't work.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, it did. Oh, yeah, we did the heist. And she won. How much did she win? She won.
She won 300.
Okay, so yeah, that would have brought her up to what, 17?
I think so.
And then she gained another like 300 points somewhere.
Damn.
She's kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely
At
doing it.
1056, she had 2036, and now she's got 2043. That's not.
Wait, how did where did she have? You had at 10 what? 1046.
1056. She had 2036.
Oh, okay.
That's where we were trying to get the gamble thing to working, but it stopped working for whatever reason.
Okay. Maybe the gamble thing did give her something.
I don't know.
Maybe it just didn't. Maybe it just didn't bring it up in the chat.
God, I love this hill.
Let's see if we can get that to work again.
Oh.
75-mile-an-hour free coast with the engine brake on.
Oh.
What's speeding?
Oh.
Coming off snowshoe.
Not that there's anybody else in here to enjoy it besides us, but how do we play this game? What is it? What's in the truck? Or
Yeah, what's Chris hauling tonight?
yeah, was that what we're calling it? What is Chris hauling?
I don't remember. I think it was just what's in the truck.
If you guys had some cast iron skillets, we can make the biggest damn pans of fried onions and potatoes you ever saw.
We got onions and potatoes.
Onions and taters. 50-pound bags of sweet Vidalia onions that are softball size and bigger.
No.
I wonder if I'm typing that in wrong.
I don't think so.
And 50-pound boxes of Idaho spuds.
I don't think it changed my points any. 1351. Well, yeah, no, it had to have done something because I am now at 1351 and I was at 1150 a second ago. I gambled 100. It's just
Weird.
not showing up. So you're still getting it, even if it's just not showing the game for some weird reason.
Rude.
Because I doubt I got 200 and some freaking points in only a couple minutes.
I should tell Elliot thanks for the short friendship that it was. 'Cause by this time next week, I may not be around.
Why?
Oh.
After that conversation with
You
Miss
keep saying
Lack
this. If
of
Miss
sense of
Formula
humor.
was gonna, if Mrs. Formula was gonna off you, we'd all know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she'd tell you. I buried him in the backyard with the goldfish.
All right,
With
you
a
just gambled
goldfish.
150, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me go.
We're gonna learn today, boy.
Let's see.
Actually, I got her twice. I got her with
Yeah.
the Ford Trans
You're
Ams that were
definitely doing
delivered
something because
Saturday.
you're now at 572.
Heh.
Or ask her about locking the keys in the new truck with it running.
So
Sure. Did you just say I was at 400? I was at 472.
you were at 422 a minute ago. You're now at 572.
Oh well, that's kind of weird because at 10:56 I was at 471. I'm literally 1 point up from an hour ago.
You're now at 472. Well, you just donate. You when I looked at it again, you were gambling 100. You just gambled 150. So maybe
Baby steps.
maybe it'll
That's
only
all.
give you one. I don't know.
It's weird.
Let me try it again because it now has Mrs. Formula at 2044, which is one more point. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Eventually.
But yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll do this again next week. I think next week what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up the notification thingy again and see if we can get it to work that way. Hopefully I won't be so rushed getting to set up the stream and can be more settled in when we start. All right.
You'll get it there.
I hope so.
Eventually.
Test and fix, test and fix.
Basically,
Trial and error. That's all it is.
lovely bunch of coconuts is now at 2.25 hours.
She's not gonna say no more, but grr.
And pilots at 6.17, Miss Formula at 9.17. Chris, you're at 3 hours even. So yeah, we'll figure it out. But night all. Thank you guys for joining.
Night, people.
Say yes.
Peace out.
Last thing she said, I don't have a life question mark.